it worked in Spider-Man, and that's an example you can categorise in where does multiverse work and where doesn't it work?
Yeah,
and where it doesn't work, it's just thrown in as a gimmick.
Yeah, but the good thing, that has been part of Spider-Man's character for decades. You know, the Spider-Verse is a thing. Well before, the reason we're talking about multiverses now is because all of a sudden it's everywhere in all the movies.
Oh, yeah.
But when I was watching the Fox cartoon back in the 90s, they had a Spider-Verse then. So Spider-Man had to go around all these universes.
Yeah, when he actually had loads of arms and stuff.
Well, that happened in the to regular Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I think he then saw him again. But then you had Scarlet Spider from a different universe. Yeah. They even had Stan Lee. They had they had a guy who just played Spider-Man on TV.
Doc Ock Spider-Man as well, didn't they? There was a Spider-Man who was Doc Ock. Do you think, like, in the 90s cartoon, Doc Ock looked like Elton John?
Yeah, he did look like Spider-Man does it so well. I mean, they even have the Spider-Verse movies. They're really, really, really good. I mean, to the point where, to me, maybe even the best representation of spider powers in a film. The second one, I was like really into. I thought it was so good. And that's where the multiverse is sort of done right, because without spoiling it for you, the reason that there is a multiverse, it plays a huge part of the second movie. And so it's not just a gimmick, is what I'm saying.
You could categorise these films into, multiverse films good, multiverse films bad. There is one film or group of films, and it kind of erupts into the second film more than anything. Is Back to the Future creates a timeline there, because what he goes back to isn't what he left. What he goes back to, he's got, perfect family, perfect life. There should be two versions of him there, but he's essentially killed off the whole existence. But even in Back to the Future 2, when Biff steals the almanac, goes back in time, gives it to him, his younger self, makes himself rich, and then they go back to the 1985. Hey, it's all turned to hell and multiverse.